All right, Kenman here with another treat from the Elite today. We have the Massdrop Ochs Orca. Who's excited? This was from the pass round box that I have. This is not mine to keep. I get to kind of check it out, play with it for a day or two, share it with all of you, and then I'll be sending it back. But we will get to have a chance to check it out and see what it's all about. Who has seen one of these? What are we getting ourselves into? Here we go. Boom. Ho, ho, ho. Look at what we've got going on here. So much to take in. Ooh, this one is special. So, what are we looking at right here? This is the Massdrop Ochs Orca. Yes. Wow, did you hear that? This thing feels out of control. Take a deep breath. I'm about to faint. Whew, okay. What do we got? This is a RWL34 blade steel right there with that crazy harpoon kind of excellent feel. I dig it quite a bit. This particular version has the marbled carbon handle. It's got this stippled kind of bolster area, and then you can kind of see the standard marbled carbon look right here with the contour on the edges, with that stippling up in that spot right there, and then your titanium liners, that blue. Oof. Then you have the mocha accent. Look at that clip. So all the blue. So this, like I said, is the marbled carbon and blue mocha version. That adds an extra like $125 to the knife, getting it that version, and it is cool. It looks great. Wow. So this one, as it sits where we're at in 2024, is around $300, $350-ish for this knife right now. Whoops, missed that thumb stud. Got it that time. Man, this thing feels great. Oh, I love the way it sits in my hand, index finger in there for some cuts. The action drops shut fantastic. That crisp, hollow kind of a flip out. So it's a liner lock. It's got this full covering here. So versus a frame lock where it would be completely exposed if it was all titanium. That's basically when you'll have a frame lock. This liner covers that up so I can kind of put some pressure on there without really putting any issue against the lock itself. Wow, the action on this thing is great. Can flick it out quite easily. Oops. And then thumb stud. That was a little bit of a fail. Not bad, but like I said, if I can flick that knife out, that's what I'm going to do a lot of the times. Ooh, I really dig this thing. Look at that. Let's get some close-ups. That mocha, all those blue accents. So it says Massdrop, got that number on the blade. RWL34. A lot of branding, but it doesn't really stick out much. Just gotta kind of have it really subtle in there. What's everyone think about that handle? Or these crazy fun unboxings I've been able to do. Enjoy it, hit the like button. Subscribe if you would like to see more. It's got those nice little jimps, bumps on that back section for a little extra grip in the back of your hand right there. No real kind of choke up. I guess you can kind of choke up on that spot right there, but it's not really a forward choil for your finger. That's kind of more for sharpening. You could kind of get up on there if you're doing some really tight controlled cuts. But man, your finger really locks into that spot right there. Really just settles it in. You get your thumb in there. For my hand, this knife feels great. but pretty much a full size. It's pretty long. You see quite a bit of the end sticking out of there. Those blue accents on the liners. Very cool. Drop shut pretty easily. Woo! Right? I didn't know anything about this company. Never really seen anything on them or handled any before I opened up the box of all the special knives. I saw it and here we are. I had to do a little research, get some info before I did this video, but wow, this thing is great. Blade is centered perfectly in there as it should be for a high quality knife such as this. The detent is powerful. Boom, pulls it in there really good. Let's try to do a fail push button. Yep, so you can. But generally, if you're giving it any bit of a flick at all, it's coming out all the way. You don't have to try really hard. The thumb part, I kind of struggle with where that sits in there. It's a little tighter on this side. Or is it the same on both sides? It looks like they didn't really do any recessed cut for that lock on the right. Sometimes this side will be open a little bit more. Maybe my thumb just sucks. But the flick out is actually really easy, so I like it. Blade is solid when it is open. No jimps, but that harpoon section is really nice. But some jimps right there would be cool. Blade is nice and solid though. Ooh, crisp. Okay, let's zoom in here. All right. Who's got a knife from this company? What info can you give me? What do you like about them? Comment below. 8 inches. This is a full sizer right there. 3.5 on that blade. You could almost really be crazy and say it's 4. You'd be wrong. 3 3/4 over the top. About 3.5 inch though. And that cutting surface is pushing 3.5, more like 3 3/8. Nice little curve to the belly, little flat section right there. 4.5 on that handle. We've got a full sizer today. Ooh, it is thick too. 615. Woo! We have some thick blade stock right there. Sorry if that was in the blur or in the getting reflection. 15 all the way out to there. And then you got this little kind of a secondary kind of a cut right up on the top. Not sharp, but it does bring it down to kind of an edge right there. And then you've got the obviously the sharpened edge. Handle 0.58, a little bit thicker and just under an inch this way. Full size knife. Doesn't feel too heavy though. That carbon fiber brings down the weight. .4. I compare everything with the pyrites. 3.67. So 4.4. It's definitely heavier, but if you look at the size, it's got a lot of mass compared to the pyrite. That pyrite is kind of a not quite full size knife. First, I'd call this one a full size for sure at 8 inch. And when you put them side by side, you can see that pyrite's just got a little bit of shorter on the handle, definitely smaller on the blade. Whichever one's lower looks a little bit bigger. When I put it like here, it's definitely gonna, that Massdrop is gonna look a lot larger right there. Orca, I guess I call it, would be the right Orca. But the pyrite is a nice common button lock, not quite full size, daily user. They have a lot of variety styles. Check one of them out if you're interested. But yeah, this bad boy right here, I'm gonna have to research their company a little bit more. I'm pretty excited about this knife. It's pretty fun. It's kind of out of my price range for knives that I'm buying. If I buy something in this range, it kind of eliminates me from buying other knives for a little while. I try to make sure I pay all my bills, eat my food, save some money a little bit, you know, build up the little nest egg before I spend too much on knives. And when you're getting into this price range, it requires a little bit more, you know. But you can definitely feel that quality. You can feel where that money went. It's just great. I can't describe it fully in a video, but just the way it feels in your hand when you open it, and just the closing and the action of it. I could see myself using this and then just enjoying it as a tool and as just a device, and just then even as a little fidget factor, just hanging out watching a movie. Comment below, what do you think? More to come. Stay sharp. We'll see you soon.